Welcome to another episode of Field Phone Ops. Today we will be discussing the British Ministry of Defence telephone PTC-405.
The PTC-405 was developed in the 1970s as part of an effort to modernize and ruggedize the phone system, the British field phones, and replace the letter series phones, the J, the F, the D, and they came up with this. And this is basically almost a commercial version that's less rugged and could be used by personnel who are not really, in the mud and grud in the field. And it could also be used by their signal personnel who are installing and checking phone lines. And they came up with this. It's an all-plastic case with carrying handle. It actually uses 3 standard D-cell batteries. It's the battery compartment right there that unscrews. Can operate it in either a common battery or local battery mode. We'll go ahead and open it up. You can see what it looks like on the inside. And this is it. It's got these straps that sort of hold it closed, so tilt it. Doesn't have instructions to operate like most of the other British phones do in the lid, but it does have a schematic diagram, and it's got a modification record. Here's the handset right here. Interesting handset. Doesn't have a push-to-talk here. The push-to-talk is that little button right there. Has a plug right here if you wanted to plug in and use a headset. A headset will plug in there. These points right here were for telephone maintenance guys to connect the tone. If they want to send a tone on a line, they'd inject it right there. Of course, the binding post right here. This cutout right here was for a dial unit that could be fit inside there. If you're connected to a common battery automatic switchboard, wanted to make some dial phone calls, that you had a dial unit that plugged in there and plugged into this headset thing, you could make dial phone calls. It's actually quite simple operation right here. It's got a selector switch. You're either on common battery, local battery, or that actually sends a ring signal out. This is one of the first phones where they were really looking at getting away from the hand crank magnetos to send ring signals. This is one of the first goes at fully electronic signaling. So this, sends a ring signal without having to do a crank on it. Binding post right here. I'll go ahead and we'll hook this up to a TA312 and make some phone calls. Okay, I got my PTC-405 hooked up to the 312. We'll make some phone calls here. First call I'll make is from the 405 to the 312. Okay, we'll hit it, ring. Good strong ring signal. We'll go ahead and take it off hook. PTT button right there, remember. We'll make a audio check or a line check. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Loud and clear. Now, what's interesting about this is if the phone's not hung up, when I call from the 312 to this phone, it won't ring. I'll just go ahead and we'll demonstrate that right there. There we go. We're ringing now. So you got to have it hung up. So we'll hang it up. We'll go ahead and call it. Can hear it rings. Not very loud, but good enough that if you're close, you could hear it ring. These had a range of 10 to 15 miles like all the other analog phones. Depends on the type of wire and cable you have. Also, the ring itself, is going to be degraded if you run long distances on wire and cable. This phone is compatible with the other 2 wire analog phones I've done videos on. And this is the British Ministry of Defence PTC-405 field telephone. Thanks for watching.